Hey everyone, it's another Wednesday live, and we are here for the readings, the comments, and everything in between. And forgive me, I'm getting a quick cloth to clean this camera here. Alright, that's a little better. Sorry, I just realized how gross that looked, and I'm thinking, whoa, if I'm noticing it, I know y'all are too. But anywho, get these where YouTube refuses to leave the settings at, and also the instruction manual. So if you are a returnee, welcome back. Love seeing you. If you are a newbie and you would like a reading, no worries. There is no hierarchy around here. Just follow the directions both in the chat and in the description. But real quick, all you have to do is, if you want a 10-minute reading, it's 15. If you would like a single card, it's 5. Go to your CashApp or Venmo, type in smcrigger and send your payment that way. Comment paid and how you did it in the chat. As soon as I see it on my end, I call it out and we get rolling. And there is no bad question here, except I do not, under any circumstances, do health or death. All right? I'm sorry. It's one of the big rules. And I know that I never mentioned it here, or if I have, it was very fleeting. It's just because, wow, my 2-day event that I recently had, you'd be amazed on how often those two questions came up. And I'm thinking, okay, just because apparently the universe is saying that I need to send out a small reminder. Health, because let's face it, the human body is like a chicken egg. Excuse me. It is super durable and super delicate all at the same time. It is absolutely nothing for a random, typically 100% passes all their physicals, healthy type person to suddenly have an aneurysm fall over while enjoying their favorite coffee. So one of the reasons I don't do death and health. Health, just because, let's face it, you might choose tomorrow to do better. But as far as what we're offering tonight for readings, we've got our, as always, handy dandy tarot. Everyone's favorite mixed oracle deck with both the Moonology and the Shapeshifters. And last but not least, you guys usually see this guy on my self-care Saturdays, but our Goddess Guidance deck. And I don't know if any of you saw it. If you're not subscribed, I know you probably missed the notification for it, but we have been going through our Lyriad's meteor shower. So there is a reading for all signs in the channel, but I definitely recommend looking at your sun, moon, and rising. If you know astrology, you know. If you do not, feel free to get a hold of me on Facebook or Instagram. Happy to give you a quick rundown on the why. But if you only know your sun sign, totally fine. You're still able to use that video to help you get the most out of Lyriad's energies that we just got through. Don't mind me, I didn't drink enough water today. But anywho, until we get some bodies, I think we'll probably do 1 or 2 collectives. And just a heads up, because it's been a little quiet, I'm only going to be going until about 6:30, 6:45. If it gets busier, we'll totally do the whole hour. But in the meantime, let's do a quick collective for everyone. And actually, I almost forgot. If you saw on Facebook, I was doing a Beltane giveaway challenge tonight. That is actually still a thing. If you do not see it, well, now you know. So some of you know I'm a practicing witch. That does not mean that I'm going to turn your ex into a frog or anything like that. Sorry. But it does mean that Like many other witches, I celebrate some old school Sabbats. And one of those delightful Sabbats that I love best is Beltane. And because it's one of my favorite holidays, quick Beltane challenge for a giveaway. If I can get my Facebook and my YouTube up to 100 followers by May 1st, all right? And I'm talking the evening of May 1st, so I'm not talking the morning here. Beltane is one of those that's more of a 2-day celebration. So technically I should probably be saying May 2nd, but we got to cut it off somewhere. So let's say May 1st, 6 p.m. If I have my Facebook and my YouTube at 100 followers and subscribers, all right? What I'll be doing the following Wednesday live, I will give the first 15 people a free single card reading. All right? So share with your friends, share with your coworkers, because you really honestly never know who's into this stuff. But yes, if we get my Facebook and my YouTube up to 100 followers and subscribers, both of them, then the following, and that is by May 1st at 6 p.m. Okay? May 1st, 6 p.m. 100 followers, Facebook and YouTube. First 15 people onto that following Wednesday's live get a free single card reading. And you will have to comment when you jump in to get your free single card reading if you're one of the first 15. So just a quick heads up on that one. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you're definitely able to start getting us to that goal already. But as far as tonight's collective, to get us kind of rolling on what else going on in the universe. Okay. So if you've seen a tarot, you know that they know how to grab their cards while they're just shuffling and keeping their hands busy. It looks like someone's got an issue with avoiding an ending. Now, this ending, I'm kind of getting a feel of a more personal nature than a professional one. That being said, if you definitely have been kind of looking around and wondering what's going on in your world, looks like there's an overdue connection that needs to be snip, snip. I'm not talking cord cutting, whole other reason for that one, but definitely it might be time to step back and let's see the why and what to do to get about getting that ending done. All right. All right. So, darlings, as far as this overdue ending that someone or a lot of you should definitely be doing, I want to say you already know exactly who the hell I'm talking about because they've been blocking you from new opportunities. I was trying to get the whole message. Apparently, I don't even get to know your background story. And hey, I don't judge. But as far as what needs to be happening is this person has been, and why I said blocking opportunities, this person has been blocking you from that promotion, opening that business that you've been wanting to do. Whatever these amazing opportunities are, they've been magically sick. They magically made plans for the two of you that, oh my God, you can't back out now. It's too late, blah, blah, blah. This person has been literally cock blocking you from making more money, more advancements. Have you been trying to get a new degree? And they keep on saying, oh, well, we don't have enough money for that yet. You need to just tell them to shush and go do you, because the number of great things I'm seeing, because along with that, you're going to start feeling legitimately happy. You're going to actually feel like there's a weight off of your entire body, not just your shoulders and your head. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel like you actually have a future again. You're going to get out of this stagnant grossness that you've been stuck. And I am sorry to say this, but even with that those opportunities and that new found joy in your life, I recommend just doing it, because there's really no other option that comes with them and that happily ever after you've been trying to build yourself towards. Whoever this person is that you need to jump out of your life, I wish there was a way for you to have both, if you are really that attached to the point that we need to apparently have the universe tell you there is nothing with this person. There is no future with this person that gives you that level of just freedom. So please, there's someone better for you, someone that will support your dreams, someone that will give you that reality. And not only give you that reality, but work with you everywhere else so that you guys can have a great life together. Because quite literally, once you take care of whoever that is that you need to cut out of your life, the future looks gorgeous. Upright Wheel of Fortune? Are you kidding me? So whoever you are, whoever it is that you have just blocking you from that promotion, building your business, whatever that is for you, whoever is blocking your career and just personal life advancements, drop them like a hot potato. I would never tell people to do that before, but with this case and the future I could see that you could have, no, they're not worth that. No. Go be happy. Because the level of joy I see once you take care of whatever you're dragging your feet on, I'm jealous. But I'm also a sucker for a happy ending. All right. I'm excited for whoever that's for. So if that was you, just comment 10. We don't need to know the backstory, but I'm quite sure I can speak for anyone who sees that collective for you, that we are rooting for you to do the right thing for you. Okay? That's all we want. We want you to do the right thing for you. Because especially, it's 2026. Do you really get that much happiness in the world anymore? I mean, yeah, you can. But how hard you got to fight it with that? You don't have to fight it. You just got to go do it. But for our next collective, I'm actually going to be doing something very similar to my Lyriad spread, but it's going to be more directed with what are your spirit guides trying to tell you about this Lyriads, okay? And real quick reminder about the Lyriads. They are a meteor shower, obviously. And meteor showers come with very erratic, crazy up, down, left, right energy. But they're still useful, crazy up, down, left, right energy when it comes to beauty, glamour, love, arts. Think of it like almost Aphrodite's favorite coffee shop. It's not necessarily Aphrodite's coffee shop, but it's got enough of her energy and might as well be named Aphrodite's coffee shop. So let's see what, with these guys, your spirit guides are trying to tell you when it comes to bringing out your most beautiful self. And I'm not talking like you're outside. While I'm sure that you look absolutely gorgeous, I'm talking about the inside where it shines through because our meat suit's just a mask. But let's say what the Lyriads have to say about making sure that we are showing the beauty of ourselves that's inside. Well, that's exciting. So it definitely looks like for a lot of us. Hold that thought, I'm sorry. So many notifications, it was going to be hard to see if any of you sent anything. But anyway, now we got that out of the way. For our dear friends, and based on what I'm kind of seeing here, I'm definitely leaning more towards okay. So with the imagery that I'm seeing with the cards that I'm looking at right now, we see a couple of reverses, and while they may look like autumn energy because they're in reverse, I want to definitely say that this is more for people with their moon sign in a spring sign, okay? Now, if you don't know your moon sign, feel free to get a hold of me. I do offer birth charts, but for those of you with your moon in a spring sign, now as far as spring, we're talking more along the lines of looking at a calendar and kind of playing the matching game, okay? Spring typically actually goes from March 21st all the way into and on top of June 20th. Spring 21st is the spring equinox. June 21st is the summer equinox. Do those days kind of fluctuate throughout? Yes, they do. But as far as giving you some hard dates, if your birthday falls between March 21st and June 20, you've got well, if your moon sign falls in the signs that are in those dates typically. And if I recall my dates right, I just got to grab my list real quick. That's our people with their moon in Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and the early parts of Cancer, okay? So help me help you. If your moon sign is in Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and the early part of Cancer, this one's definitely for you guys, because the thing that apparently even comes with a brand new message, once you start showing off that beauty, once you start working with that inner beauty, you may be looking at a new chapter with your special someone or someone brand new coming into your life, because we have a new moon, new romantic cycle begins. That's exciting. And a new romantic cycle, reason why I say you might be starting a new chapter with your someone if you have a partner, is because our relationships, even if we're in them, still go through certain cycles and certain chapters all their own, because they are a story all their own. So just because it says a new romantic cycle doesn't necessarily mean you're going to grab someone new. It just means that there's going to be a new chapter between you and that person. But to help your beauty, your inner beauty shine a little more brightly, we have a reverse little owlin. Typically the message is wisdom is light as a feather. You've had a lot of hard lessons. These were lessons that either took a long time to really click in the head, or lessons that did not come with the most pleasant of experiences. But it's time to show that, yes, you went through them, but you survived them, okay? You made it through all of that craziness with still at least 2 of your marbles. It is time to start showing that inner strength that you gained from that. Because I imagine you grew one hell of a personal discipline and just the yes, I can kind of attitude. Let it show through. And we also have a reverse, the butterfly ferrets. Typically that message is I am reborn. And In reverse, that means that you're typically still means that you're kind of stuck where you were. In this case, no. In this case, you know who you are. You don't need a transformation. You don't need to change anything other than just letting that strength shine through. Stop shrinking. That's not you. Let that beautiful, strong person shine through that you keep on shrinking because you're noticing that it intimidates a few people. Let them be intimidated. Those aren't the ones that you want. You want the one that's going to go, there's a person I can respect. And let them mosey on up. And make sure that you realize that you don't have to change a thing about yourself. You just have to keep on staying beautiful. So for whoever it is that has a spring moon sign, get up on that horse so that you can have that new romantic chapter happening in your life. But because it's been staying kind of slow, I am going to be jumping off here soon. Definitely appreciate all of you that joined me for this session. And if you happen to see the replays, hopefully one of those collectives helped you out a little bit, and hopefully you follow the advice. I love seeing people start to grow into what they could be, and sometimes even more than any of us ever expected. But that being said, just a quick reminder, Beltane giveaway. Help me get to 100 followers and subscribers on Facebook and YouTube by 6 p.m. May 1st. First 15 people that join the live that Wednesday get a free single card reading. And let's wrap this up with a goddess card energy to meditate on tonight so that we can always strive to be our best self, but have a little direction. So, my lovely ladies, what do we need to either embody or unblock? All right. So we have a reverse Irene. Typically, her message is, there's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So, this is in reverse, okay? That's telling me that this energy is blocked. We need to start looking at everything that is keeping us awake at night, because we know that there are some things that legitimately are not working out the way that they are intended to, or going way out in left field, and you're not sure why. So it's time to take a step back and say, okay, time to stop running from these problems. Pick one, just one, and focus on that problem and start finding a positive solution for it. And ask Lady Irene for help. She wants to help you make things peaceful and easy again. It's time to look at those very valid but very overdue for resolution issues. And she's going to help. So pick one problem. Whether it is car troubles, finding a job, connecting with your children, any of those things. Ask Lady Irene to help show you the way. But that's all we've got for tonight, guys. I hope some of those helped you out, and I look forward to seeing all of you again soon.